Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me there at the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good morning, guys. You are here this morning for first appearance. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. I'm the county judge here in Hernando County. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested for. As you stand before me today, you are considered not guilty of what you've been charged with. That status will stay with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by you if you plead guilty to your case or by the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you were arrested on a warrant or a new charge. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pretrial release which will be imposed upon you. You have a right to have an attorney represent you at each stage of these proceedings. I will ask you this morning whether you intend to hire a private attorney or whether you would like the assistance of the Public Defender's Office. You are also entitled to make a phone call to let family and relatives know where you are. If you haven't been able to do that yet, please let me know. I'll make sure you get that call today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent. You do not need to say anything about the facts of your case today, and I encourage you not to. There's an assistant state attorney in this courtroom. He's going to write down everything you say, as well as these hearings are recorded, so anything you say about the facts of your case can be used against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like you guys to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. You wake up the people next to you there? There you go. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give to the court today will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and put your hands down. As I call your name, please come forward to the podium. The first case I'm going to call is Christine George. Hi, Miss George. What's your date of birth?
10/6/79.
All right, Miss George, you're here today for a domestic battery charge. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Are you going to hire an attorney, or do you want the assistance of the Public Defender's Office?
I live in New York State, so I don't know how to work any of this.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you're going to need an attorney to represent you. It is a domestic battery charge, which is kind of serious. So do you want me to appoint someone for you, or do you think you're going to be able to hire somebody?
Once I get out, I can hire my own lawyer.
Okay. I'll put you down as hiring an attorney. State, does she have a prior record?
Your Honor, out of New York in 2009, a criminal mischief as well as a DUI. It's all showing.
Okay. All right, and you live in New York now, Miss George?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I have an address for you at Salamanca, New York. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How long have you lived there?
A couple years now, going on.
Okay. Is the only family you have down here the family that's involved in this case? You got any other family down here in Florida?
No. Me and my mother came to visit my brother and my nieces.
Okay.
And we're...
All right, if you do bond out from this case and you have another court date coming up, where are you going to stay?
I'll have to get a room.
Okay.
I'll rent a room or whatever it takes for me to get this cleared up and over with.
Okay. The August 30th date, is that with me? I think it is. Yeah, it is. All right. Here's what we're going to do with Miss George. I'm going to give you a bond of $100, okay? As a condition of bond, I want you to have no violent contact with Kim George. Is that your grandmother?
It's
or your
my
mother? Your mother, right, okay. No violent contact with Kim George. I'm going to hold you till 4 o'clock today in case Miss George wants to file an injunction against you, okay? No violent contact just means do not, it can be by word or act, but do not be violent with Miss George, okay? If you do, then you're going to be, listen to me. If you do, you're going to be in violation of my order, and you're going to be rearrested, okay? So we're going to hold you until 4 o'clock today. I don't know whether Miss George is going to want you back there or not. If not, you need to get a room. But I'm going to move up your court date to August 9th.
Well, she wants she's waiting on me so we can go home.
Okay, well, you need to take care of this case first, so she needs to get in touch.
If you could do the end of the month, it's best.
That would be better?
I have a new one.
Here's your choices, August 9th or August 30th. Which one you want?
Let's do the 30th, please.
August 30th. Okay, we'll keep it on August 30th.
And am I allowed to contact my mom to let her know I got a bond?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You're just not allowed to have any violent contact, okay?
Yep, no
So
problem.
we'll see you back to court August 30th, all right?
Thank you.
Don Wilson. Hi, Miss Wilson. What's your date of birth?
2/13/82.
All right. You are here today for DUI. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? You're going to hire somebody? You want the public defender's office?
No, I'm probably public defender.
I will provisionally appoint the public defender to represent you. State the sheriff prior records.
Sorry.
Hold on 1 second.
2005 she had an L&L, which looks like it was pled out to interference with child custody. 2015, another DUI. I have no idea what the disposition was on that. That's all I could show today.
Is that in Florida?
Yes, Your Honor. Brooksville.
And the L&L was from when? 2005?
Yes, Judge.
It was pled down to an interference, Your Honor.
Oh, gotcha. All right. All right, Miss Wilson, I have an address for you on Cavalier Ave in Spring Hill. Is that where you currently reside?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
35 years.
Okay. You got a job these days?
Yes, public.
Okay. Full time?
Part-time.
Part time? Okay. You supposed to be at work today?
No.
Okay.
I have off.
All right. All right, I'm going to go ahead and your bond is currently $500. I'll go ahead and set your bond at $100. We're going to see you back to court on August 30th at 9 a.m., okay?
Yes, thank you.
Michael Sizilewski. Hi, Michael. What's your date of birth?
Hi, January 31st, 1984.
Okay, you're here today for a domestic battery charge, an assault charge, and a tampering with a victim charge. I did find probable cause for the domestic battery and for the tampering. Did not find probable cause for the assault. Do you want to hire somebody? You want the public defender's office, or you want to represent yourself?
Public defender, please.
Okay, I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State does he have a prior record?
2009's Willis, attach and tag on the sign. 2010, possession of paraphernalia, possession of cannabis. 2010, petty theft. He is a convicted felon. 2011, trafficking a controlled substance. Looks like that was pled down to acquisition by fraud, ×2. 2011, he violated his drug offender probation. 2014, possession of controlled substance, DV, and paraphernalia, as well as harassing a victim, and petty theft. 2016, petty theft that was dropped. That's all I can confirm
Okay.
this morning.
All right. Michael, yeah, I have an address for you on Linden Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you currently reside?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
About 3 years.
All right, you got a job these days?
No, ma'am.
All right. I'm going to set your bond on the domestic battery at $5,000. I'm going to set your bond on the tampering with a witness at $10,000 because it looks like you have a prior tampering. I'm going to hold you till 4 p.m. in case Ms. Smith wants to file an injunction against you. And I'm going to order no contact with Teresa Smith. No contact means do not call, do not write, do not email, do not have anyone else call, write, or email. Definitely do not call her from the jail. All those calls are recorded. If you do have contact with Ms. Smith, you will be held in violation of my order. You could be charged with another crime, and you'll be held without bond until you resolve all these cases. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll see you back to court on August 28th at 8:30 in the morning.
Was the PD appointed, Your Honor?
Yes.
Your Honor, for the records, an ROR on the assault.
Yes.
Thank you.
What time?
Gary Hughes.
Morning.
Hi, Mr. Hughes. What's your date of birth?
5/11/66.
All right, Mr. Hughes, you're here today for a battery charge. I did find probable cause for that. Did you want to represent yourself? You want to hire somebody? You want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
All right, I will provisionally appoint the public defender to represent you. State.
Pardon me?
Under Charlotte County, 2000, he's got battery times 3. 2006, a violation of probation of some sort. 2014, arrested on robbery with a fire. Actually, it was just robberies. Looks like strong arms. It was no cross. So I can confirm this morning.
Especially West R&R.
Mr. Hughes, do you live on Canal Drive in Brooksville?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
About almost a year. Yeah, over a year now. Yeah.
Okay. Where'd you live before that?
I live with friends of mine and George Smith over there, Rolling Acres. I can't remember the address.
Okay. You got a job these days?
Oh yes.
What kind of work do you do?
Officer. Roofing.
Roofing? Okay. Okay. We're going to set your bond at $5,000. Mr. Hughes, and we're going to see you back to court on August 28th at 8:30 in the morning. Reach out to your public defender. If you're not able to bond out, someone will come out and see you, okay?
Pardon me?
If you're not able to bond out, one of the public defenders will be out to talk to you, okay?
Okay.
Okay?
No victim contact, Judge?
Yes, no contact. What's the name of the victim on that? Can I have that back? Mr. Hughes?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Hughes, I forgot to tell you, I want you to have no contact with Terry Nita, okay? Do not call her,
Nita.
do not write her, do not email her, do not have any contact with her whatsoever. Do you understand?
No problem.
Okay. Thank you. John Hutchinson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hi, Mr. Hutchinson. What's your date of birth?
11/6/62.
Okay, you were here today for a domestic battery charge. I did find probable cause for that. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
Okay, I will provision put the public defender to represent you. I'm going to ask the state attorney if you have a prior record, okay? State?
Yeah, he was arrested for a DV back in June. Not sure what the disposition was, but it looks like it's closed in some fashion.
Okay. Mr. Hutchinson, you live on Bailey Hill Road in Brooksville?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
8 years.
Okay, you got a job these days?
Disability.
Okay. Okay, currently your bond is no bond because it's a domestic case. And the statute, according to Florida Statute 741, when you're arrested on a domestic charge, you don't get a bond until you appear in front of the judge in the morning. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a bond. I'm going to give you a bond of $500. As a condition of bond, Mr. Hutchinson, I need to hold you until 4 o'clock this afternoon in case Miss Teresa Jano wants to file an injunction against you, okay? I'm also going to order that you have no contact with Teresa Jano. That means do not call her, do not write her, do not email her, and do not have anybody else call, write, or email her, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll see you back to court on August 30th at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Thomas Pelkey. Hi, Mr. Pelkey. What's your date of birth?
8/16/62.
What was the month?
8.
Okay, 8. Okay. All right, you're here today for driving under the influence and driving while your license is suspended or revoked as a habitual traffic offender. I did find probable cause for both of those. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
I will provisionally appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State to see for prior record. I see he has an open case.
2013, New Legend, which is conviction, 2013 DUI, Grand Theft Auto. Not sure what happened with that. Also, simple assault, which is a conviction. Violated his pretrial release in 2015. Violated his probation, also in 2015. And the open case charge.
Okay. All right, Mr. Pelkey, you live on Alderwood Street in Spring Hill?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
Own the house, since 2012.
Okay. You got a job these days?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
The line cook.
Okay. All right, I'm going to set your bond at $5,000 for the DUI and $5,000 for the driving unsuspended. I'm also going to, it looks like you have an open case, 2017 CF 1252. What's the charge on that? What are you charged with in that case?
They call it grand theft, I guess. It's unauthorized
Okay.
use of a motor vehicle.
All right. Well, here's the deal. You were out on bond on that case? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, according to Florida Statute 907.041, because you were out on bond on that case and you committed these new charges, what I'm going to do is recommit you on that case. I'm going to revoke your bond on case number 2017 CF 1252, which means you're going to be held no bond until that case is resolved. You have court on that case on August 11th. On this new case with the DUI and driving unsuspended, you have court on August 28th at 8:30 in the morning. Someone from the public defender's office will come out and talk to you soon, okay?
Yep.
Matter in addition, it's a introduction of contraband charge.
Oh, did you have another one?
It's a separate case.
Oh, okay. Mr. Pelkey, come on back. Okay, it looks like you have another charge here. Let me see. Is there another PC? I don't have it. Clerk, do you have a PC on it?
Let me approach it, copy, Judge.
Yeah, that'd be good. Oh. I don't see it anywhere. All right, Mr. Pelkey, it looks like you also have an intro to contraband into the jail facility. Let me just review the probable cause affidavit real quick. Okay. Why was he placed for no bond on this?
I'm guessing because of the charge that he already has pending.
Okay.
Maybe improper judgment.
Maybe. Okay. I'm going to find probable cause. I assume you want the public defender to represent you on this case as well?
Yes.
Okay. I'll provisionally appoint the public defender's office to represent you. This is also going to be on August 28th at 8:30 in the morning, and I'm going to set the bond at $5,000 on this case as well. Okay?
Sure.
828 for both of them, Your Honor.
Yes. And if I could just get a ready for that, just remind me to fill it out. Jermaine Tucker.
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Tucker. What's your date of birth?
3/13/83.
All right, Mr. Tucker, you're here today charged with domestic battery. Currently, there's no bond because pursuant to Florida Statute 741, you're not given a bond until you come in front of the first appearance judge. I did find probable cause for your arrest. You want to represent yourself? You want to hire somebody? You want the public defender's office?
A lawyer.
You're going to hire somebody? Or you want the public defender's office?
Not hire somebody, Mel.
All right. All right, state, does he have a prior record?
Yeah, I'm assuming that he is a convicted felon out of Hernando County in 2013, but I don't know what the charge was, as well as out of Hillsborough. 2014, arresting grand theft auto and burglary. Looks like he pled to burglary of a structure, which is also a conviction. Criminal registrations out of Volusia. A couple other counties here, Judge, but that's all I'm showing.
Okay. All right, Mr. Tucker, I have an address for you on South Broad Street in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how long have you lived there?
2 years.
Okay, you got a job these days?
Yes, ma'am. Vans, cars, and trucks.
All right. All right, I'm going to go ahead and give you a bond on this case. I'm going to give you a bond of $2,500. As a condition of bond, I want you to have no contact with Danielle Gonzalez, okay? Do not write her, do not call her, do not email her. Any way that you can think of having contact with Ms. Gonzalez, don't do it. If you see her out somewhere, turn around, go the other way. If she calls you, hang up the phone. Do not have any contact with her at all. If you do have contact with her, you'll be in violation of my order. You can be rearrested for a new charge, and you can be held without bond until your cases are resolved. I'm also going to hold you until 4 p.m. today in case Ms. Gonzalez wants to file an injunction against you. Or at the, does Ms. Gonzalez live at the South Broad Street address?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then you cannot go back there, okay? Do you have another place to stay?
Ma'am, can I ask you a question?
I asked you a question first.
I didn't hear you, ma'am.
Do you have another place to stay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead. What's your question?
I was gonna say I live there. I let her come and stay with me.
Okay, then that's where she's living right now, and you would have no contact with her, okay?
So I'm not allowed to go home.
You're not allowed to have any contact with her.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Your next court date, sir, is August 30th at 9 a.m.
Yes, ma'am.
You want to get in touch with your public defender, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
John Paul? Hi, Mr. Paul. What's your date of birth?
10/7/74.
Okay. You are here this morning for a writ of bodily attachment. What are you doing for work these days?
Applebee's, but I'm on leave right now.
Okay, leave for what?
My mom got sick, so I was gonna go visit.
Okay, where does your mom live?
South Carolina.
Okay. So, but you're in Brooksville now.
Mm-hmm.
When are you? How long are you on leave from work for?
I was gonna leave next week for maybe a week and a half.
Okay, when did you go on leave from Applebee's?
About a week ago.
Okay, so you took 2 weeks off just to hang out?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, okay. All right. Madam Clerk, do you have the actual writ that says how much he owes in child support?
But it is filed. Did you let us?
I'm just looking at the total amount. Do you know the total amount? Do you know the total amount that you owe in child support?
No, ma'am.
Okay, well, the cash purge is $1,460. What do you do for Applebee's? You're a server?
No, cook.
Okay, it has on here you're a server. Okay, you're a cook?
Mm-hmm.
How much do you make per hour?
$12.50.
Okay. What is that?
I'm printing that writ.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, Mr. Paul, I'm going to find that you have the ability to pay child support. During the period of non-payment, you have been able-bodied, employed, or able to comply with the child support conditions. You are in arrears of your child support. Let's see what the total arrears is. It still doesn't have the total arrears. The purge amount is $1,460, which tells me that that's usually about 10% of the arrears, so it tells me you probably owe a lot of money. When was the last time you paid your child support?
I think last October when I was here.
Okay. I'm going to find that you willfully refused to pay your child support, that you are in willful contempt of the child support order, that you have the present ability to pay the purge. How much can you come up with in order to get out of jail?
Hopefully the whole purge. What'd you say it was?
$1,460.
I'm just gonna make a phone call.
Who are you going to call?
My father.
Okay. I found that you're in willful contempt for failure to pay child support, that you are to be incarcerated in the Hernando County Jail for a period of 10 days or until you pay the $1,460. When you do get out, you might want to get in touch with the Department of Revenue, find out what's going on with your case, when the next hearing is, if there is a hearing, and whether there can be any modifications to the child support amount, considering that you're going to pay the purge, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I've got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
He's going to be 18 in November, and he moved out of his mom's house last November. Like, does that stop anything that he left?
Clearly not, because you're in jail right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So any questions that you have would be a really good question for the Department of Revenue. But as far as I'm concerned, right now, it hasn't stopped, and you're going to stay in jail until you pay the purge or do the 10 days jail, okay?
Okay.
Daryl Denny? Hi, Mr. Denny.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay. It looks like you have an outstanding warrant out of Wisconsin, and that you went before the first appearance judge over the weekend in Sumter County, Judge Militello, and it looks like you waived extradition. You signed the order for extradition, but we're just having you come here this morning just to sign another one here in Hernando County, because sometimes there's a problem when it's done in another county. You want to go ahead and re-sign that for me today?
Alright, I have one question though, ma'am. Maybe you can and maybe you can't answer it. I was extradited last year. I was involved in a bad accident with the extradition company. I still have an open lawsuit against them. Can they take me in that same one if I have a lawsuit against them, or will that be a conflict of interest? And I'm having a hard time getting a hold of my lawyer, but I'm supposed to be under an extradition status of bus or plane only, no more van.
Okay, well, I don't know anything about that.
If I sign this, is this gonna...
You already signed it, right?
Yeah, but I can withdraw that signature.
Okay, if you don't want to waive your right to extradition, we can have an extradition hearing. You would have to sit in jail here in Hernando County for 60 days while we get the witnesses together for that, and we can have an extradition hearing. And all Wisconsin has to show is that they have a valid warrant for you and that you are the right person. Once they show that, then they can transfer you after that 60-day hearing. Or you can put them on the clock right now and give them 15 days to come get you. Do you want to put them on the clock right now?
Yeah.
Okay, sign the paper. Now, I have that he was arrested for these charges over the weekend, and I have page 3 for those things that you gave me, signed by Judge Militello on July 29th.
Thank you.
$7,000, $8,000 altogether. Okay.
That was addressed over the weekend.
Yeah, I have the page 3 on that, so that's already
Your Honor?
Yeah.
He also has local charges here in Hernando.
Okay. Well, what are those? I have that he had a possession of cocaine, possession of drug paraphernalia, driving while license suspended or revoked in an unregistered motor vehicle. That he was arrested for those on July 28th. He was given a first appearance on July 29th and given a bond of a total of $8,000 for those. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
Okay, so those are all set, right? Okay, so Mr. Denny, you need to answer these charges first. I think that's what everyone is getting to, is that you have a court date on these charges on, I don't even know when it is.
I got a court date on the 9th for prior driving, too.
It's the 22nd.
Can I get
August 22nd is the current court date on the local charges.
Okay, you have a court date on
Yeah.
August 9th for something else. On these charges that you were arrested for over the weekend, you have a court date on August 22nd, okay? And then we're going to get the extradition paperwork started, but you need to address these charges here locally first, and then we'll
Right.
figure out what's going on with Wisconsin, okay?
Can I ask a question of you? I have a charge on the 9th for driving. Can I consolidate all these from the 22nd to the 9th to get this going and get this over with?
No, what, is it in Hernando County?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is it a felony? Do we know? What's August 9th date? That's
It's a
pre-
driving after suspension that I bonded out on for 10 grand.
That's no in front of me, right?
It sounds like it.
I'd like to get them all together at one time, then I don't have to.
Well, the problem is that these new charges you were arrested for over the weekend are felonies, and the driving house suspended that you have on August 9th is a misdemeanor. But if we can, we can take a plea on the misdemeanor right now, and since you're not going anywhere for at least 30 days, I have a feeling I know what the plea would be. But you have to understand that pleading to the misdemeanor driving house suspended, might affect anything else that you have going on. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guilty of it. There's nothing I can do, nothing I can say.
I'll consider that a plea.
I had a valid Wisconsin license, and for some reason, when I got the DUI,
Sir, you're not supposed to plead guilty until the plea is started.
Do you want to plead to the pending driving on suspended driver's license that's set for August 9th? Can we get a case number on that?
17
and get that over with? Yeah, please.
2600? Okay. All right. In case number 2017 CT2600, you're charged with driving on a suspended driver's license. If you want to take care of that today, I'll send you to 30 days Hernando County Jail. You're not going anywhere for that amount of time anyway. Do you want to go ahead and take the plea for the 30 days jail?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand by taking a plea on this case today that you're giving up your right to go to trial?
Yes, ma'am.
You're giving up rights to confront witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove the case against you. You want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Absolutely, yes,
With
ma'am.
regard to the driving on suspended driver's license, how do you plead? You can plead no contest.
No contest.
I'll accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. I adjudicate you guilty. Sentence you to 30 days Hernando County Jail. You're going to have fines and court costs in the amount of $438. There was no count to on that case at all, was there?
Okay, then I won't have to go to court on the 9th then, correct?
And you will not have to go to court on the 9th. You'll just have fines and court costs and the cost of incarceration that will be assessed to you through the Hernando County Clerk's office. If you ever want to pay that off, you've got to get in touch with them to make payments, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Good luck. And strike that from the August 9th docket. You get everyone at the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Have a good day.